And the term was used in the early Salaf. It was used by the early generations. Imam Ahmad used the term. And so did Abu Hanifa. Stick to the tariqah of the Salaf. Stick to the path of the Salaf. Why do we have to call ourselves Salafi? Did the term exist at the time of the Prophet and the Sahaba? Isn't Ahlus Sunnati wal Jama'ah sufficient? Then the answer is that these terms, yes, they were present in the time of the Sahaba. And the term Salaf was used by the Prophet ﷺ. It is also used in the Quran. But it was used by the Prophet ﷺ in the same context that we use it. When he said ﷺ to Fatima radiallahu anha, I am to you a righteous Salaf. I am to you a blessed Salaf. Meaning that I am one who has preceded you. So he has informed Fatima that I am one of your Salaf, one of your blessed Salaf. And the term was used in the early Salaf. It was used by the early generations. Imam Ahmad used the term. And so did Abu Hanifa. Stick to the tariqah of the Salaf. Stick to the path of the Salaf. Ahmad ibn Hanbal commanded the people to stick to the way of the Salaf. Imam al-Tirmidhi mentioned it in his Sunan. Imam al-Dhahabi also mentions it regarding Daruqutni that he was Salafi. Imam al-Sam'ani also mentions it in his Al-Insab, in his book Al-Insab. And he died in 571. That there were a group of people who came before us and they would describe themselves with the term Salaf, Salafi rather. Shaykh al-Islam ibn Taymiyyah also in volume 4 of Majmu' al-Fatawa, La ayba ala man adhara madhab al-Salaf, that there is no criticism upon the one who makes apparent the madhab of the Salaf and he affiliates himself to it. Intasaba ilayhi, he affiliates himself to it, meaning that he calls himself Salafi. And he mentions that this is something that there was agreement upon, consensus upon, no disagreement upon. For indeed the madhab of the Salaf is nothing except the truth. So yes, it was used. Is Ahlus Sunnah sufficient? Then we say that these terms, to call yourself Salafi, I don't say, and we don't say that it is wajib to call yourself Salafi. But the one who calls himself Salafi, then that is accepted from him, so long as he is truthful to the term. Those who call themselves Ahlus Sunnati wal Jama'ah, the majority of them are not Ahlus Sunnati wal Jama'ah. So just as the term Ahlus Sunnah was used by the Sahaba and the Tabi'een, then likewise the term Salaf, Salafus Salih, intisab towards the Salaf, was used by the Sahaba and the Tabi'een. Ahlus Sunnati wal Jama'ah was used, Ahlul Hadith was used by them, Salafi was used by them, Athari was used by them, Ta'ifatul Mansura was used by them, Firqatul Najiyah was used by them, Al-Jama'ah was used by them, Al-Ghuraba was used by all of these terms. Some of them are explicitly mentioned in hadith, like the hadith of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, when he mentioned that this ummah will divide into 73 sects, all of them into the hellfire except for one, wahi al-jama'ah. He didn't say that this ummah will divide into 73 sects, all of them into the hellfire except for one, and they are the Muslims. He said, no, they are the jama'ah. So these other terms are permissible to use, so long as they were used by the early Salaf. And the term Salafi was used. And I have an article on the topic on my website.